You want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points but bitch you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping then bitch you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
It's sad because you got a lot of bitches that's paying these type of motherfuckers. You got a lot of that are paying a motherfucker who is spending some of their whole dough, if not all of their whole dough, on lean every day. You know what I mean? You got hoes that's paying motherfuckers that's spending their whole trap on some powder. You dig? You got motherfuckers that's paying a motherfucker that's spending the trap money on Percocets and shit like that. You know, and a motherfucker like that, you not at your best. You know, in a pimp's place is to make a hoe better. A pimp's job is to make a hoe be her best, to bring the best out of her. You know what I mean? The pimping is supposed to be the bridge between the hoe and the best version of herself. Yeah, I'm the bridge between you and the greatest version of yourself. Yeah, you gotta cross me to get right here. You gotta walk with me through this game to get over here. You know what I mean? Right now you in the game. But if you want to get to that greatest version of yourself over there, yeah, you got to walk with me through this game. I'm the bridge. Yeah, that's what the pimping is. You know, but if a motherfucker got drug problems, you know what I mean, laying to fall off the side, you know what I mean, the ground laying to crumble up under the bitch, and she laying to fall through, you know what I mean, and has some pitfalls that she shouldn't have as a hoe, things that she shouldn't have to worry about as a hoe. She got to worry about now because she paying and breaking herself to and following the instructions of a dope fiend every day. You know, I done seen this type of shit before in the game, and it's sad. It's sad, you know, and hoes got trust issues already as it is. And when they get to dealing with motherfuckers like that, you know, it'll make a hoe not want to trust anybody, and then she'll turn into one of them that's always on social media crying about these pimps ain't shit, these pimps ain't this, these pimps ain't that. Yeah, and then motherfuckers be having issues, and they be trying to, you know, knock a bitch and sell a dream that they can't make a reality. You know what I mean? Because like I say all the time, you know, people be using certain cliches in the game because they sound good. Like, man, you selling dreams. You know what I mean? I ain't buying no dreams. You know what I mean? You can't sell me a dream. But there's nothing wrong with selling a dream as long as you give them what you pay for or what they pay for. You know what I mean? See, if I sell you a dream, I'm going to give you what you pay for. And if you pay for the dream in full, you're going to get the dream in full. You dig? I'm not going to sell a motherfucker some type of vision that I can't bring into fruition. I can't bring it into reality. No, if I tell you I'm going to do something for you, or that I can do something for you, that's because it's the truth. You know? But you got motherfuckers who don't have their shit together. Motherfuckers who got substance abuse problems, gambling problems, and all this different type of shit, you know what I mean, to the point where that shit is controlling them, is dictating their life. They don't have no control over that. That shit got total control over them. And they trying to knock hoes, and it's like, you know, they ain't fit. They need to see about themselves. They need to take care of the plank in their own eye before they go dealing with a hoe and trying to take the plank out of her eye. A big part of the reason why hoes don't recognize certain shit in these tricks that they paying is because they don't really want much out of the game. See, when you want more out the game, you're going to take everything more seriously. You're going to take your time more seriously. You're going to take your trap more seriously. You're going to take your loyalty, your trust, your respect. You're going to take all of that, your dignity. You're going to take all of that more seriously as a hoe when you want more out of life and you want more out of the game. And, you know, when you want more, you're going to be willing to put in more. You're gonna be willing to invest more of yourself into whatever family or unit that you a part of, right? So you're gonna be more serious about that when you got ambition, when you want things out the game and out of life. So when that's the case with you, you still may slip up and choose the wrong motherfucker sometimes, but you're not gonna keep doing it. See, it's certain they just keep doing it because they choose them for all the wrong reasons. They choose them because they sex is good, but anybody can do that. Anybody can give you good sex, but not anybody can just pimp on you. You got certain choosing because they got a good situation. They got money and they got a house and they got a car, multiple cars or whatever, and you know all the designer shit and everything looks very good. And it may be very good, but it might not be good for a hoe. That might not be doing no pimping. You know? Anybody can show that. It's tricks walking around this right now that have a nice house, nice cars, they dress nice, they well groomed, they talk a good one, and they got a whole bunch of money in the bank and businesses and all different types of shit. But they still gonna pay you for your time. Because that's what they supposed to do as a trick. So those things alone don't make a good pimp or a bad pimp or whatever. So you have to know how to look beyond that and see the things that not anybody can just present to you. See the things that not just anybody can say and do. See the things that only the pimping can present to you. Some pimping. You know? And one of those things is going to be self-mastery. And that self-mastery is going to be reflected through discipline. Temptation is too weak to overtake a pimp. You know, that's too small of a thing. Temptation? What is that? Temptation? Man, I'm some pimping. Fuck, I look like, you know, falling weak to some damn temptation. Drugs, it ain't even no temptation there. Alcohol, it ain't even no temptation there. You know what I mean? That, you know, food, bad food, hell no, ain't even no temptation there. You know what I mean? I love myself too much. You know, and I got some pimping to do. I got some hoes to be an asset too. So I ain't got time to be dealing with no temptation or no bullshit. Hell no. I got way too much pimping to do. You dig? This gonna be the mindset of a pimp. And you got with a whole bunch of money, houses, cars, all the shit that cannot do that. You got motherfuckers that if you go to a restaurant with them, it might be some cake on the menu or some shit like that, and this motherfucker know they fat as hell and they ain't got no business eating cake or waffles and pancakes or any of that type of shit. You know what I mean? That this motherfucker know they fat as hell and they ain't got no business eating that type of shit. They need to eat a salad. That salad, that good salad with the grilled chicken. This not the fried chicken, not the the salad with the grilled chicken. You need to be eating that. You know what I mean? But you can't resist the temptation. You're not the master of yourself. That food, your taste buds, got you mastered right here. You know what I mean? You can't resist that shit. So if you see that cake on the menu, or if the people that you sitting with, if they order that cake or they order that waffle and you see them put the butter all on there, they got it all nice and buttered up, you know what I mean? They putting cholesterol all over that, all over them carbs, you know what I mean? And then they pouring, you know what I mean, diabetes on top of the cholesterol with that syrup, you know what I mean? That syrup it tastes real good. Yeah, that diabetes tastes good as a mother. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, you know, they might have some fish or some chicken, you know what I mean, that's fried, and they pouring that high blood pressure on there, yeah, that hot sauce, you know what I mean? They putting that high blood pressure tastes good, man. That shit spicy as a motherfucker, man. Yeah, that shit tastes good on that fried chicken. You know what I mean? With some more cholesterol on it. You know what I mean? Hey, that shit tastes good as a mother. But you know it's bad for you. And you some pimping. And not only are you supposed to be the master of yourself, but through that, you're supposed to be setting an example to these hoes on how to be great. You dig? You supposed to be showing them some shit that they ain't never seen before in a man and as a pimp. You know? You might have even told the that you was gonna change your diet up. You might have even told the you know what? I'm finna stop eating that bullshit. You know what I mean? You know what? Start today, I'm finna stop eating. I ain't eating no fried food. You know what I mean? Start today, I ain't eating no bread. You know what I mean? I'm keeping a low carb diet. I'm gonna eat like a little half a cup of rice every day, and that's gonna be my carbs. You might have told the this shit, but every time y'all go out to eat and sit down somewhere, you ordering all the bullshit that you said you wasn't gonna eat. Why? Because you cannot resist that temptation. Why? Because you're not the master of yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you setting a bad example to the hoe. You showing her basically that it's okay to renege on your word. You showing her that it's okay to fall weak to temptation. You know what I mean? But that's what the been seeing all of her life. That's what we all been seeing. We all been seeing throughout our whole life that fall weak to temptation. They don't want to be better. You know what I mean? They don't know how to cut out bad habits. They don't know how to replace bad habits with good habits. Yeah, we know what that's like too. We've been that motherfucker before. You know? Like we all know about that type of shit. But as the pimping, you know, somebody that's a king, somebody that's the prize, somebody that's a boss, you know what I mean? Somebody that's really supposed to be operating in godlike fashion. Yeah, you got to show the hoe something greater, man. So, you know, it's just a beautiful feeling. See, I know what it feel like, man, as a pimp, man. You know, to show a hoe some greatness that can be shown despite whatever type of money a mother got, despite whatever your situation is, living wise or transportation wise, whatever. You know what I mean? You might not have shit. You know what I mean? But you on your way to pimping up though. You dig? You gonna pimp up, man. And you showing these hoes or this hoe or whatever a type of greatness that money can't buy.
Dig this.
Nah.
I've been stroking relentless, took in waves like this. I spoke into existence for her to pay like this. In the trenches on a day like this, traffic consistent, and so I have to insist that she relay my chips. It's a trap with her name on it and my game on it. Any forces coming against this game, shame on it. Standing on my pimpin' from day one and remain on it. It carried me through every terrain and I gained on it. Experience joy and pain on it, sustained on it.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Baby, yeah,